Hi, everybody. Glad to be here. Today is July 11th of 2024. So, yay, I'm glad to be back. It's been about a month. So I say let's jump right in. These are going to be mini readings, so I don't really allow personal questions because they eat up too much time. Those are saved for the private sessions. If you would like a private session, you can go to my website, psychicshari.net. or .com or .org, and Shari is spelled S-H-A-R-I. So when you get selected for a reading tonight, all I need from you is your first name, where you're calling from, and just a little bit about the weather. And then we'll just jump right in and go from there. With that being said, let's click on the first caller. Maybe. Let's see here. Okay, hi, are you there?
Hi. Yes, I can hear you.
Huh. Okay, perfect. Hi, who's this?
Hi. My name is Erica, and I'm from Washington, and the weather is insanely hot, currently 97 degrees.
Okay, perfect. That's all we need, Erica. Hi. All right, so let's just get into your energetic field here just a bit. It's funny. We love your spirit team. They're almost using sidewalk chalk around you, almost like a hopscotch board. And what they're telling me is that we love your childlike energy, and they would like for you to have a little bit more of that. We love the way that you put that out to everybody that you meet. You're so considerate of other people's feelings. It's because you're an empath and you can feel them. You get your feelings hurt quite easily. Is that correct?
Yes.
And this is it. And one thing that we see is that you are absorbing other people's energy around you, especially maybe in the workforce or in your job. You might struggle because you're picking up on the energies and the energies of other people around you. And you might think that it's yours. Very drawn into your back. They're using symbology like you're carrying around a heavy backpack because, why, quite frankly, we think that you're your worst cheerleader. You put yourself down a lot, and you're always looking back and in the rearview mirror like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Oh, if I would have done this differently, that would have happened. Your spirit team wants to tell you that you are right where you're supposed to be. Quit beating yourself up. When you do that, you just lower your energy. And it almost takes you back to square one. They're showing me a Monopoly game, and now you're back to the start. No, just, you know what? Who cares what other people think about you? And quite frankly, from our perspective, people love you. They think you're a sweet, kind, considerate human being. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
yes.
one more thing that your spirit team wants us to tell you is there is a project that you're putting, it feels as if you put on the back burner. They want you to start doing it. You don't have to just jump right in and spend all your time there. Just do a little bit a day. I don't know if this is a book. There's something here where it's like you want to get out on a bigger platform. Does any of this making sense?
Yes. I need to take a test so I can move further in my career, but I just feel like I might not be intelligent enough for it, but then I feel like
your team is so funny.
Then I feel like I think I have those negative thoughts, but then I'm like, okay, you know what? It's how bad you want it. Put in the work for it and just study harder. You know? So I do tend to, like you said, beat myself up a little bit, and then after a while I'm like, okay, no, that's not the right attitude, and then I shape myself up.
And you know what? Just if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
And that's what your team is saying. And, oh, boy, we love this. Thank you, Irene, because as I talk to you, I can talk to Spirit at the same time. And I see not only a light at the end of your tunnel, it's a huge light with a lot of opportunities. We do see where you will pass your test. And Irene says, Irene is my joy guide from the other side. So when you hear me say Irene, that's who I'm talking to.
Mm-hmm.
She says, with flying colors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Erica. So with that being said, I'm going to scoot on to our next caller. So It was a nice talking to you, and we hope you enjoyed your reading.
Yes, thank you so much for the inspiration. I was going to say help, but it's more inspirational for me.
Perfect.
Yep.
Good. All right. So thank you. Have a great rest of your evening.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go to our next caller. Area code. Hi, caller. Are you there?
Yeah, hi. This is Donna. I had a private reading with you years ago, and it was great, so I'll probably have another one soon.
Okay. Where are you calling from, Donna?
California.
All right. And what's the weather like there?
It's nice out. It's a little overcast, a little bit of sunshine. Yeah.
Perfect. That's all we need. Okay, so when we get into your energetic field, one thing that your spirit team is telling me is that they're showing me you walking on a beach and you're just throwing, they show it to me like little pebbles, but it's almost like little inspiration. You know how people used to paint rocks and leave them around and, people would find them? It's not necessarily that you're painting rocks, but they're saying that you're helping people along the way, just with little words of inspiration or little words that uplift people, that makes their day. And you can do this sporadically, but it's almost like you're just leaving like little, they just show me you throwing little things. It's funny. Even though you have things that you're trying to work out on your own, because when we get deep down into your core, there's a lot of things that you're still trying to work out, and that's okay. But for the most part, we love your attitude, and we love the way that you project it out to other people. Thank you, Irene. One thing she's saying is that a lot of times you might put on a smile when you don't want to put on a smile. Does that make sense?
No, usually I smile when I feel like smiling.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't,
Okay, because they're showing me where some of the things that it's almost like you have on a raccoon's mask, so to speak, to where you don't want to maybe let people in, because we are seeing a kind of a little bit of a privacy fence around you. So it's great that you can have this interaction with people, but to get really close to you, it's a little bit harder. Does that make sense?
It takes time. It takes time for me, to get to
and that's
know
okay.
someone.
We do see where you have been doing a lot of spiritual work. Is this correct? Because it feels like you're digging through things, and you're making very good progress.
Thank you. Yeah.
So now let's see a little bit. They are showing me a rainbow around you, which tells me that there are the angels and helpers from the other side that are coming in and helping you. Whether you have opened this avenue up or not, we do see where you could be a wonderful animal communicator. It doesn't have to be dogs and cats. We're almost more drawn to the critters that live in the ocean.
Yeah.
If you get on YouTube and Google whale sounds, gosh, they're messing with my throat now.
I had communication with a whale once.
Okay, because that's what they're showing me, is that this will help to really open up your intuition.
Wonderful.
And give you answers. Because it's like you have a lot of answers that you want to put out to the universe, and they say you have you have a lot of questions that you want to put out to the universe, but they say you have all of the answers within, and they say once you go within, once you start even just hearing the whales, it's like a kid that's outside playing and he hears the ice cream truck and he stops like a deer in headlights, almost like he's hypnotized by that sound. That's what the whale sound will do to you.
Okay.
And before you get on YouTube or whatnot, when you hear this, present a question, and they said that the answers will come.
Okay. Wonderful.
One last thing, and then we're going to skip on to the next person. They're saying they would like for you to write a journal of the
Yes.
messages that you get from the spirit world. Have you been doing that?
No, but I definitely will. Yeah, because I get many. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and put the date on it, because they said you'll be able to see how much you progressed, and you'll be very proud of yourself, and it'll open up different channels. Yeah, it's just wonderful. We love the pen and paper in your hand. It's going to open up maybe automatic writing from the spirit world, which you will find very beneficial.
Okay. I'm so glad I spoke to you.
Okay. All right, Donna. We're glad we could help you.
Oh,
we hope you enjoyed your reading.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see where we are at right now. Okay, here we go. The next caller. Hi, are you there?
Hi, yes.
Hi, who's this?
Brian. This is Brian.
Okay, hi, Brian. Where are you calling from?
Indianapolis.
All right, what's the weather like there? That's where I'm at. Where's the weather like?
It is raining right now.
Okay, that's all we need. All right, I call it. It's funny. The minute that I hear your voice, I see a lot of angels that come in from the other side. They're starting to mess with my throat. They do that when I get a lot of people coming in from the other side. The angels that are coming in, we are seeing a rainbow that goes around you, and it goes completely around you. When I see a rainbow around someone, it's telling me that they are sending you healing on a lot of different levels. This can be finances. This can be on your physical body, on your emotional body, on your finances, on your spiritual level. It's just encompassing you. We have a lot of this coming in. I'm almost overwhelmed. I almost can't talk. Now, with that being said, I got to tell you, I'm very drawn to something around your neck. I don't know if you have a necklace that is significant for you. There is something that they are showing me, and it is around your neck. I don't know if you have it on right now. Do you have something? It feels like a necklace from someone from the other side who has crossed over.
I have one that has my sister's ashes in it.
Okay. Because it feels like she might be coming in the shadows, so to speak, but you just make it be known that you have a lot of helpers on the other side, and you're not alone. Even when you feel like you're alone, you're never alone. Now, on the flip side of this coin, your team talks very quickly, and one thing that they're showing me is that there is light at the end of this tunnel. And what we mean by that is they're showing me like a little pinhole. They're showing me where your aura, you go out and in front of you, which tells me that you're worried about the future. And they're showing me that darkness. They're showing me darkness, and it's almost like you can't see anything positive, but we see this light coming through, and I'm getting cold chills. We're seeing this light coming through at this tunnel of something that you haven't even thought of yet. This has to do maybe in the job arena or the finances. And they are saying that they have been working. Irene is so funny. She goes, they've been working night and day trying to get things in order. It's almost like they're making a tapestry, your spirit team, to get things aligned up just perfectly. And it's something that you haven't even thought of yet, but what we see is it's going to be wonderful when it comes to finances and in the job arena. we like around October to December for you in this time frame. I hear Spirit say, take it slow and take down that rearview mirror. You keep saying the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And again, I'm sure you hear us say that. When you do that, it takes you back to square one. Understand that anything that happens around you is neutral. The only way that you think it's bad or it's good is a belief that you have attached to it. And there is where the emotions come in. When an emotion comes up, especially when it's an undesirable emotion, then just take a step back and become the observer and ask yourself, what do I have to believe what do I have to believe in order for this to be true or in order for me to feel it?
Okay.
You have a lot of help, not only on the other side, but on this side. Even though you may not feel like it, we see where your arms are hooked with other people. On this, we're talking physical people, not the ones that have crossed over. You have helpers here. A lot of these helpers haven't stepped up yet because they don't have to, and quite frankly, they may never have to.
Okay.
One last thing, this is so funny. I don't know if you like to cook, but your spirit team is saying, do you like to cook? Because they're saying cooking is a great outlet for you.
I like to try. I like to attempt it, yes.
Yeah, and they're saying do little things like that. Anything that sparks your fancy, that makes you happy, that will raise your vibration. The more you raise your vibration, then the more that it goes out to the universe will give you more of that. They want me to tell you that the worm is getting, your team talks so fast, the worm is getting ready to turn. Your life can change in the blink of an eye. Focus on what you want every morning. Focus every morning on what you want. And if you don't know what you want, then just be grateful for what you have. And that right there will give you more abundance.
Okay.
Does any of that make sense?
Yes, a lot. Definitely a lot of sense.
Okay. All right,
I've been working
Brian.
on myself a lot, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'm so drawn to this necklace, and it's so weird. I'm almost seeing, I know you said your sister's ashes or whatnot. I'm seeing like an arrowhead. I don't know if you ever go out walking in the woods or if you have an arrowhead. There's something here.
Yes, I do.
You have an arrowhead?
Yes, I do. And
something about
my
that.
main necklace. The main necklace I wear is a St. Christopher necklace that I've had for 15 years, and I think it came from my dad.
Okay.
That's enough.
Yeah, so there's just something about this necklace, and they're saying just hold on to it, and maybe in silence or in meditation.
Okay.
That'll help to give you the answers that you're seeking. Present a question before you do a meditation or before you sit down in silence, and then they will be answered either there or later on.
Okay.
There's a doggy, too. I could talk to you forever, but I've got to scoot, so I hope you enjoyed your mini reading.
Yes.
And then we're just going to go on to our next caller.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's see what we got here. I hope we don't. Okay, let's go here. Hi, are you there?
I'm here. This is Michael, and I am in the Black Hills area of South Dakota. And the weather is a perfect breezy 82.
All right, perfect. Hi, Mike. Let's just see what we got. Michael, let's see what we got going on here just a bit. Boy, when I get into your energetic field, one thing that they're showing me, your spirit team, is that you must be really good at multitasking, because they're showing me that you start a lot of ventures. Some you don't even finish, and then you jump on to the other. But you have a lot of wonderful ideas. Would this be you?
Yep, 100%.
And they're saying, I'm not even going to filter because I can't. You've heard that saying, jack of all trades, master at none. Not that you're not a master at something, but they're just saying that you're spreading your energy a little too thin because you got so much going on and you have a lot of wonderful ideas. But they said pick one that really strikes your fancy and focus on that arena. Now,
Makes
we
perfect
do
sense.
see something.
I'm a big-time job jumper.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to tell you, though, they're saying something here where there's something from the past or else something that you've been working on that's going to swing around and rear its head again, so to speak. I don't know if this has happened yet because sometimes we can't tell time, but they're saying that something is going to rear its head again, and we thank you, finally. I mean, it took a minute. We do see where something does stick. What happens is you get bored.
Yes.
And there's a part of you that when you're at something, you think, oh, this is better. The grass is greener on the other side, this and that. And they're saying, you know what, just stay the course, put those blinders on like those horse races wear, and just, if you want it, then just focus on it. The more energy you put in what you want, then the more momentum you will get. You're a pretty good money maker, is this correct?
Yes, but it's been like with my last job, they changed the commission structure, and then literally 70% of the sales team left. It's just one of those things. I get into a groove, crush it, and then the company or something like that will make a change, and then it's okay, yeah, we're out type of thing.
Okay. So as you're talking, I do work on voice vibrations, and one thing that your team is telling me is that you have a hidden belief, is what they call it. Weird, I've never heard them say that. You have a hidden belief that there is a part of you that somehow doesn't feel worthy of, I guess we're going to say, making a lot of money, or else there's a part of you that feels like when things are going good that the shoe's going to drop. Almost, yeah. I got to tell you, this goes all the way back to through your daddy's energy.
Say again?
Through your father's timeline.
Yeah. Yep, nothing's good enough. So my ultimate goal is to make as much effing money as possible to give him, he's dead, but to give him the one-figure salute.
Right. But then you also have this hidden belief, like there's an aspect of you that doesn't either feel good enough or, Irene, help me here. What do we got here?
All his stuff. Yep. Nope. All his stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just because things are going good doesn't mean that you're going to fall through the ice. I almost feel like you're always skating on thin ice. And you're always waiting for, yeah. And that's okay. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
But one thing, if we had to put this in a nutshell, and we're going to, is we do feel like you've spread yourself out too thin with all of your ventures. Pick the one that strikes your fancy the most and go with it. And I got to tell you, as we're talking, we do see where you go through that. But I don't know, it feels like a business venture, but you'll be with somebody else. You might have a partner or somebody else because they show your arm hooked with someone else.
Noted.
Might not have happened yet.
Yeah. Nope.
But it's all right. Irene's funny. She goes, safety in numbers. And that other person might anchor you and keep you from jumping ship. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because there'd be other things to consider rather than just myself.
Correct, because it feels like this other person might have some skin in the game, whether it be finances or something.
Yeah, hence why I've never gotten married or had kids, because it's always that push to do something. And if I got married or had kids, then there's, I hate to make it sound like this, but an anchor, which then would hold me back type of thing, which is probably not the case, but that's just the mental thought process.
Okay, so we're gonna throw something out at you, and then we're gonna jump to our next caller. we would highly suggest that you change that train of thought because, and again, you're pulling in through your daddy's belief system. Because here's the thing, if you were to meet somebody who struck your fancy, you wouldn't think that. Or let's put it this way, you wouldn't care. But you're not going to meet that person when you have that bubble, so to speak, over you, which is blocking your energy to throw you out into what your higher self really wants you to be. And that is happy, and quite frankly, you're not happy. Does that make sense?
100%.
Huh? So,
I think it
don't
will.
think that you're broken. You know what? Don't think you're broken. I can assure you everybody here on this earth plane is broken because this is the hardest earth there is. We all pick parents that screw us up, and then they either teach us how not to be or else we love them and we want to continue it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all here for – it's an illusion. It's a dream. If you're not living the life that you want to live, you're the only one that can change it, and the only way you can change it is by the way that you think about it. When you find yourself thinking, you know what, oh, my God, I got to do it, and life is hard, pull yourself out and think, you know what, no, I want to be happy. If you don't know what you want, you don't have to know what you want, how you want to feel, so focus on that feeling.
Yeah, no, 100% correct.
With that being said, I'm Michael. Michael, is that your name?
Yes, I go by either. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay. I try to write the names down, but I get scattered. With that being said, we're going to scoot on to our next caller. We hope you enjoyed your reading.
Absolutely. I'll be reaching out.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, and you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's get here, and let's see. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Julia from Florida.
Okay, Julia. I like to write everything down. I don't know how to spell very good.
Me too.
From Florida.
I'm a note taker from way back,
Okay. Hi, Julia from Florida. What is the weather like there?
Oh, nice day. About mid-80s or so. Nice. Not super hot, not super humid, just not too bad. All good.
Perfect.
All good in the hood.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. All right. As you're talking, we're in your energetic field. I got to tell you, one thing that your spirit team is telling me is that we are seeing you, whether it's happened or not, starting to go through things in your home, purging, so to speak. Less is more. Have you started going through your underwear drawer or closets or pictures or some things of this nature?
I did a while back, but I probably need to revisit that because,
Because we are seeing a cluttered house as a cluttered mind. And I got to tell you, some of the things that we see that you might go through, and I'm very drawn to the pictures. And I'm old school. People have all their stuff on their phone. I actually have photo albums and things of this nature. We see something, whether it be photo albums or something that might tug at your heart from the past. We just see where you're starting to declutter is what your team is saying. We're very drawn into your car. Do you have a vehicle did you just get work on your car or does it need work?
I just had some AC work done a couple weeks ago.
All right. So one thing that your team is showing me is that it might be, you might have a couple of things that, not to be the Debbie Downer here, you might have a couple of things that when one thing breaks, it's almost like here comes another. There might be a couple of things where you need fixed or whatnot, but that's okay because we see when this goes over with, and there might be a couple of more things that happen, we do see, wow, where you shoot up and everything is great, it's super, it's almost like you have the Midas touch, where you're at the right place at the right time. Yeah, you're at the right place at the right time. You might get gifts from people. You might think, oh, I wish I had a new red pair of shoes. Irene, it's funny. And then somebody might just give you one. It's just, they're just saying, don't let a couple of little things, because we do see a little series of events that might happen, and that's okay, because we see the good things. There's a lot more good things that are going to come. They use the slingshot, like when you pull it back where, ooh, things aren't going good, but when you let it go, wow, you just fly out there. We love November for you. Something, gosh, Irene took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say something good, and Irene says something spectacular is going to happen, the most probable timeline, let's put it this way, about in November. We like something in September, too. So it's a series
that's my
of events.
So that'd be nice to get something special for my birthdays. That's September.
Okay, perfect. Now, this isn't all, don't think that it's just material things. It could be, but one of the things that we see here might be a new friendship come in or a new relationship come in. And so keep that in mind.
Okay.
With that
both of those.
with that opens up different opportunities. Do you like to do crafts or things with your hands?
I used to really like to do crafts, but I haven't in so long. It's one of those things that got put on the back burner and never was heard or seen from again.
This might be something that might strike a fancy with you coming up. And even though it's silly things, and I got to tell you what they showed me is making clay pots or clay whatever, plates or things of that nature, but just with your hands. It doesn't mean you got to be good at it. You could be, doesn't matter. But if it makes you happy. So that's what they're saying. This might be something that you start to do. Little things like that. Irene's so funny. Even if it's coloring or painting, it just is mindless fun because it feels like you're under a lot of stress.
Yeah, definitely been under a lot of stress. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that they're saying is that you're not in all situations, but a lot of situations you're giving your power away because you are basing your happiness on what happens outside of you or what other people do or what the situations do. And it's almost like you're powerless. We of course, can't control what happens outside of us. You can only control how you react to it. And at this point, there is a sense of you that does feel almost out of control or hopeless. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I felt that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But your spirit team wants me to tell you, your life can change literally at the blink of an eye. You can change your life right now, right this second. And the way that you do that is the way that you think about what's going on around you. Even if it's something tragic and you think there's no way out, all you have to do is understand that whatever it is, there can be 100 different bad scenarios that's going to happen out of this situation, but there might be one good one, one thread, one little peephole of light. Try to focus on that. When something is happening in your world, ask what, you don't even have to know your spirit team, or ask, what do I need to learn? Because it's there for you to learn something. Because we want to experience everything. So that's what they're talking about, and they want me to tell you from our perspective, your situation is not dire straits like what you think it is, because we can observe it without any emotion, and you are drowning in the emotions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So they want me to tell you it's not as bad as what it feels like. And a funny thing can happen. Why you could get up tomorrow and feel 80% better, and yet nothing has changed in your outside environment. Isn't that weird how that happens? Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing a lot of praying about it, so asking for the angels
and that's
to
all
help
right.
and praying. So yeah.
And when you pray, Irene says, how about throwing in instead of helping? And that's cool. But she says, how about saying thank you in advance, because I know whatever's going to happen, it will work into my best, whatever it is that I need to experience.
Okay, yeah.
They're showing me, and then we're going to scoot on to the next person. I can really get into your energy. They're showing me like a caterpillar, and they say, you are really evolving. You are going through this for a reason. You know why? Because you're a good helper. You can use your words and help other people. You're a good helper. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah.
Some of the best teachers have to walk through the fire, and that's what you're doing right now. But it will benefit you in the future.
Good. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely
you're welcome. So
raising
Irene says,
days,
hang in there, girl. And I don't know if it's you or somebody from the other side likes to knit or crochet or something.
Yeah, my grandmother was a crochet person. Yeah.
Who was?
My grandmother, my maternal grandmother.
Okay. So then let it be known that her energy is with you.
Oh, nice.
And you're never alone.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm glad I got through. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, and we're glad that we could help. With that being said, you know what? You have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Well, thank you. You too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see here. Okay, hi. Who's this? Uh-oh, wait. Sorry. I think I've already called on you. We're going to skip there. Let's see if I called this one. Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, this is Tim from New York. Didn't expect you to pick me up today. May 30th, 274. The weather in New York, it's a hot, humid day, but I don't mind at all because I hate the cold.
All right. Hi, Tim. All right, let's get, it's so funny as you talk, Spirit just shows me stuff. So funny, they're showing me that you've got, throwing out your fishing or something, and you're pulling in, but when you pull in your line, you don't just have one fish, you have three. And it's that could be good if you're going fishing, but sometimes it might feel a little bit overwhelming. Because I guess what your spirit team is saying is that it feels like whatever it is that you put your energy in and your focus into, that you're going to get it. And sometimes you're like, oh, like we said, I get a sense of overwhelming, almost like we're scared. Oh, can we do this? But they're saying you can.
Okay.
One thing that they're showing me, too, is they're using symbology, is basketball. And you have a basketball in your hand. I don't know if you play basketball. If you have children, play with them. But they're saying you're trying to make the basket. Oh, you're not making it. You're not making it. But they say practice makes perfect. And this can be in a lot of different arenas of your life. The more that you practice, and again, practice makes perfect, and that's what we're seeing, that eventually whatever it is, if you stay on track, and that they're emphasizing the word if, like capitalized. If you stay focused and on track, and if you will not take no for an answer, that you will make every basket. So they're just saying don't jump track because it is very easy to do that. And one thing, too, that they're showing me, I guess they're saying put your feelings or your emotions before others. It feels like you're the glue of the family. You're the ship. If you go under, everybody goes under. So they're saying take your feelings or take you into consideration first, almost like you're on an airplane. If the plane's going down, you know how they say, put your mask on first and then one on your kids. That's what they're saying with you. Take care of you first, and then the rest will follow suit.
Okay.
Does any of that make sense?
Yeah, I am the glue, and I am tasked with a lot, trying to get my kids and my parents, and it's a lot, but I will stay the course and also take time for myself.
One thing, and then we're going to scoot on to the next person. One thing that we are seeing when you said something about them trying to get the kids from the parents, they are showing me like a tug of war. Like literally, there's a rope, and here's your parents, and here's you. It goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. One thing that they're saying is stay the course, because we feel like that the parents will drop the rope.
Okay.
And then it will just be easy sailing. And to be honest, it's not going to be the worst scenario that you think, because in your mind we see where you can come up with a lot of really bad scenarios here. We see where actually you're going to be like, wow, that wasn't as bad as what I thought.
Okay. Nice to hear.
Huh? When it's said and done. Now, we're not saying it's going to be over lickety-split, but once it's said and done, I guess Spirit says there'll be no hard feelings.
Oh, really? Okay, that's one of my biggest worries. Okay.
Because they just said no hard feelings. But it doesn't, like we said, it feels like it's going to be literally a tug of war. But once it's said and done, no hard feelings. So there you go.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you much.
You're welcome. And you have a great rest of your evening.
You do the same.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, let's see who we got here. Hi, who's this? Oh,
hi, Shari.
Nope.
This is Cindy.
Oh, okay. I thought I already called on you. I guess I did not. I got so many people in the queue.
Oh.
What's your name again? Judy?
Cindy.
Cindy?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Cindy. Where are you calling from?
Hi. Here you can probably hear me better now. I was trying to get my earbud turned off.
Okay, there we go.
Florida.
Now I can hear you better.
Okay, I'm in Florida.
Okay. What's the weather like?
Hot, muggy, humid, in the 90s, sunny.
Okay, that's all we need. Irene says, we love this for you. We love the way that they drop everything in my head, and then it takes me a minute to try to articulate it. What your spirit team is saying is that we love the way that you just take things for the way they are, and then it's like you categorize them. Even when you meet people, you're really good. Like with it, when you meet somebody, like within 2 or 3 minutes, you can categorize them and you can peg them pretty much. You can tell us 5 things about somebody when you first meet them, whether you know it or not. Do you understand you can do that?
Yep. That's accurate.
And you're going to get really good at that. Really good at that. Gosh, Spirit's taking my voice away. I love that, which tells me that you got a lot of people coming in from the other side. Your dreams are going to get really just off the charts. Very vivid and quite entertaining. Has that happened yet?
Recently, yeah, I've been having a lot of dreams that I wake up thinking, why am I having dreams all night? Normally, I wouldn't.
Some of those are where you're just categorizing the things that have happened throughout the day. But some of these we see you're going to be able to start to understand the difference between these dreams, because they're going to come in really vivid, and they're going to come in with a lot of emotion. pay very close attention to the emotion that the dreams bring. It is going to give you a heads up on what is to come in your future. Now, nothing to be scared of, because let's face it, when things are going good in somebody's life, they don't stay that way. Just like when things are going bad, they don't stay that way either. But sometimes you want to get a little heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you going to get the emotions, they said you're going to actually be able to know what person is going to push your buttons.
Okay.
And let's face it, if you got some skin in the game, then that's why they're pushing your buttons. Otherwise, you wouldn't care. Where they say family's the other F word, because it's usually family or the people that are the closest to you that really push your buttons, because a lot of times we come in as a soul group, but it's just that you got some skin in the game. So when somebody, even if it's a stranger at the gas station, if they hurt your feelings or piss you off or whatnot, instantly think, ooh, what's going on here? Why is this disturbing me? A lot of times it's so weird, it will go back to childhood. Or it will go back to an unresolved issue in your life. The minute I said that, we are picking up on some unresolved relationships from your past. Does this make sense?
Yes.
And you might find where these are going to start to rear their heads more and more. You might start thinking of the person. You might start thinking, ooh, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I would have done that or done that. Or this person might just contact you out of the blue, or you might run into them at the grocery store. When you do that, it's not by chance. It's almost like it's you giving yourself another opportunity to see if you have grown spiritually or if you have learned anything. We see not only one, but maybe two, maybe even three of these, and this could be spread out through the next year, where these come up, scenarios for you.
Okay.
Gosh, your team talks really quick. There is a part, I don't know, it's almost like there's a part of you that wants to throw up the towel and just start fresh. And we're talking almost in the job place or maybe where you live. Does this ring a bell?
Yeah.
Because they might come hand in hand. We call them big hitters, the moving and
I just bought
the
a property, and I'm putting up all new fencing and restarting a business that I was in, and
perfect. Okay.
I'm just starting over where I'm at. Got out of a partnership on the property with an ex-boyfriend that turned real ugly, and he left the state.
Okay.
That's the one that keeps,
so everything was,
he keeps periodically showing up and calling, and we have one more property we're partners on that we haven't gotten resolved, but I bought his half out of this one.
Okay. So that can be the thing from the past, and this could be everything. It feels like everything probably still is topsy-turvy, almost like the rug's been pulled out from under you and everything is up in the air, but things are starting to fall into place, believe it or not. They show me a puzzle. There are still pieces that haven't fallen in, but so far things seem to be falling in pretty good.
Yeah, things are coming together.
Yeah. Throw me a little bit out here. I don't know why.
There's some unknowns on how exactly who was involved in the ending of the relationship. There was some outside influence with him, and I don't know whether it was my sister or his ex-stepdaughter. But those are my first two guesses. But I don't know.
One thing that I can hear Irene say, which is your spirit team, she says that it'll all come out in the wash. And what she's saying is that you will get the answers to this. And to be quite honest, you might be surprised. Because it might not be exactly what you think.
Oh. Okay.
But it's not you're not going to hear it. You're not going to understand it all until some of this business stuff is hashed out, is what they're saying.
Okay.
And that's all right. We do see where you're carrying a lot of energetic baggage, which is not all yours. But we also see where you just think, you know what, screw it, I'm over it, and you just drop it and just move on, almost like you don't look back.
Yeah, I won't ever take him back. I'm trying to finalize that last partnership on that last piece of land we need to sell and get out of that.
We feel that will come in cut and dry.
Okay. Good, because I feel like he was trying to steal from my business and was not sure if he was having an affair with my younger sister, who is like backstabbed me a million times, and I keep helping her, and she jumped into our relationship. So I don't know, but she was tied in with some people that are not real good influence. And I don't know if they offered him a job opportunity or what, but he just suddenly overnight turned on me, which was really weird.
So two things that we're saying is, one, Irene is funny. She goes, family's the other F word. But then she also says it will all come out in the wash, and you will have all of your questions answered in due time. It's not time for you to know right now. You will get to the bottom of this, they said. Don't let your mind run. Sometimes they're showing me your mind like horses that run wild.
That's funny. I've got horses.
Do what?
I've got a bunch of horses too. That's interesting.
Oh,
to use that analogy.
Yeah, because they just said you're like these wild horses that don't have any saddles on them, and you just get sucked into that. Pull yourself out of it. If you don't have evidence to back it, then don't waste your energy or put your emotion into that thought. That's all they're saying. Because a lot of things you worry about never cease to exist, and then you're running out of steam. With that being said, we're going to scoot. Our time is up. The show's got to come to a close. With that being said, we hope you liked your reading.
Thank you so very much. I did, and it makes a lot of sense. And I'm so glad to see you back on. I haven't been on Blog Talk in a long time either, but I was really tickled to see you on today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And for you and all the other listeners, if you click on that red follow button, it will give you a reminder of when I'm going to have my next show. I am sporadic, but yeah, if you do that, it will. I'm going to try to have one here in the next couple, I would say within the next month, I'll try to have another one.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you, you too. Have a blessed day.